Today's story is contained in a box like this. It's a very old box. Lots of the stories that we have are very old. Stories can help us to understand things. This box has a lid, and the lid is shut at the moment. When you open the lid, you can see what's inside the box. And it's like opening up the story to us. I wonder if we're ready to look inside the box and see what the story's about. Hello, we're going to look inside the box again today and hear another story that Jesus, the wonderful storyteller, told to help people understand some things about the kingdom of God. But first, a little bit of information about our story, which is about a wedding. A long time ago, when people got married, it was up to the groom to send a message to the bride and tell her he was ready for the wedding now, today. And that was because it was his job to prepare a place for them to live. And he wouldn't have known exactly how long that would take and when it would be ready. I wonder, how long do you think it would take to build a house, decorate it, and get the furniture, everything ready? This meant that the bride and her bridesmaids had to be alert and ready at any time for that message to come. And weddings would usually take place in the evening. And I wonder what things you think she would have needed to do every day, just in case this day was the day that that message came. I wonder if it felt a bit like being ready to go on holiday, but not being sure which day you were going to go. So to our story, our bride has been waiting a long time, over a year, when suddenly a message arrived at her house. The wedding is today. Send out the bridesmaids to wait for the groom, her father called. I wonder how long she had to put on her special dress and do her hair. There were 10 bridesmaids, and they were sent with their lamps that would be needed to light the way as it got darker to bring the groom to the bride's house. I wonder what it looked like. Can you imagine? 10 girls waiting with the little lights all lit, looking out for the groom. So they waited and they waited and they waited. I wonder what was keeping him. Some of them grew tired and sat down. Maybe they all went to sleep. Now the lamps they were using were oil lamps. There was no electricity or torches because it was a long time ago. They looked like this one. You have to pour some oil, and it has a piece of string inside it which you light to make it come alive. This is lit and it begins to use up the oil. The bridesmaids had been waiting a long time, and 5 of them had lamps that were running out of oil. We didn't bring any spare oil, they cried. We left in such a hurry. Do you have some you could lend us? They asked the other girls. I wonder what you think they answered. No, we can't, the others said, because we might run out too. You'll have to go and get some more, quick, before the groom comes. We usually encourage to share. I wonder why the other girls weren't willing. And I wonder, what do you think Jesus had to say? While they were gone, the groom and his guests arrived. They collected the bride and they went back to his house. When the 5 missing bridesmaids arrived back, everyone was gone. Oh no, they cried. We're too late. And they ran to the groom's house and banged on the door. But nobody let them in. Well, Jesus gave quite a tough message with this story. He He said on this occasion it was okay not to share. He said the groom represented the kingdom of God, and that, like the sensible bridesmaids, he expects every individual to be ready and prepared. We can't expect other people to be ready for us. And he said that God had sent him to be the light of the world, and like the bridesmaids who were ready and prepared, we need to be ready to follow that light and the things that Jesus said and did.
This week, you are invited to join us on Zoom for a craft and more activities. If you'd like to join us at 4 p.m. on Sunday, please email us at utmlayworkers@gmail.com for those details, and bring the listed craft supplies in the description if you are able. Hope to see you there. Bye.